Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and this is Fragrance Friday. And Fragrance Friday is all about fabulous perfumes and sexy fragrances. And these are some finds that I did find from Marshall's. Believe it or not, I bought these scents from Marshall's. But it wouldn't be a haul unless, of course, we had plenty of pink champagne. And you know, I always like my champagne. I love to sip my sexy pink champagne while I'm doing my hauls because I just love the taste of pink champagne. And my motto always is pink champagne kisses. So without further ado, let's get into our first fragrance. My first item, which I did purchase off of Marshall's, I went into the store and I found this beautiful perfume, which is so underrated. It is called Ellen Tracy, and this is the Radiant, and it comes in a beautiful packaging. It's a glass bottle. It's a beautiful glass bottle, and in the back of the bottle are beautiful purple flowers, greenery. It has a black a background, and it has beautiful purple lavender flowers with greenery all around it. And this perfume is 3.4 fluid ounces, and which is quite a lot, and it was only $7.99, ladies. This is so underrated, this perfume. It is so beautiful and so long lasting. I was immediately attracted to this bottle because of the beautiful, just the flowers alone on the bottle, and that the fact of it is that it's glass and it does not smell cheap. And as you know, Ellen Tracy is a very famous designer, and she just recently put out these fragrances. There's 4 of them, and one is called Radiant, the other one is called Courageous, another one is called Confident. Well, we'll get into that later, but first I wanted to talk about this wonderful scent, Ellen Tracy, and that's what the bottle looks like. As you can see, I'll show a picture on the side of it, but let me read you these fabulous notes that are in this particular fragrance, which makes it smell so high-end and so sexy and so feminine. So let me get my notes, and I'm going to read to you what's in this beautiful fragrance. As I mentioned to you, it is a lovely fragrance, lovely perfume. It's actually an eau de parfum, and let me read you the notes. This is a beautiful oriental perfume, sexy and feminine, and it boasts a commanding scent. The top note is tuberose, jasmine, and it's combined with roasted tonka bean, which makes it so. It has a very floral scent to it, but it has, because of the tonka bean, it has a mysterious scent. And like I mentioned, it's very long lasting. So I always like to put it behind my ears, behind my sexy knees, on my legs, on my wrist, on my pulse points, and I like to always put it in my hair because it makes it smell more long lasting. And it really is a very, very sexy, feminine fragrance and quite long lasting. So now let's get into my next sexy fragrance from Marshall's. My next sexy fragrance is called Courageous, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I actually like this one better than the Radiant. And this bottle also is a glass bottle. It's 3.4 fluid ounces. It's the Eau de Parfum. Again, it is a designer fragrance from Ellen Tracy, from the house of Ellen Tracy, and as you know, she's a very well-known designer. And this perfume, really, I just fell in love with this perfume because it's a floral perfume. But when you first initially spray it, it smells like pink sugar. It has a very sweet, very, very sweet scent. So immediately when you spray it on yourself, it does smell very sweet, but then it dries down. So I'm going to read you the notes of this very, very sexy fragrance, and this one lasts even longer than Radiant. This will last you all day. Ladies, I put this on in the morning. It lasted me all day. And another fabulous thing about this perfume, it was also only $7.99. $7.99. Can you believe that? So I'm going to read you the fabulous notes of this perfume. Okay, here are the notes. Ellen Tracy's Courageous Eau de Parfum is a floral gourmand. That's what they called it, a florental gourmand. A seductive florental with a slight fruity floral fragrance presence on a vanillic background. This enticing, distinctive fragrance opens with the gourmand blend of bergamot, grapefruit, and dewberry. The heart is enveloping fusion of lily of the valley, laced with the soft delicacy of freesia, all blended to complete this very feminine fragrance. Out of all of the 4 fragrances that she designed, this is my favorite one. And I just love it. I put it on the other day. Ladies, I bought 2 bottles of this. 2 bottles of this beautiful fragrance, Courageous. And what's so beautiful about this bottle is that, again, it's a glass bottle. It has a gold top that says Ellen Tracy. And in the background, it's a black background like the one from Radiant, but the flowers look like pink roses, and you know that's my favorite. Roses are my favorite fragrance. I just love the smell of roses. Although this doesn't really smell like roses, but I have to tell you, it's such a beautiful scent, and this is my favorite, and I love putting this on, and I put a lot on. I mean, for $7.99, you'd be crazy not to. I mean, it really is beautiful, this fragrance, really beautiful. And again, I'm putting it on my wrist, on my hands, on my pulse points, on my chest, as you can see, and of course my sexy legs and my sexy knees. And it really is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. Also purchased from Marshall's. Does that smell good, ladies? It smells so fabulous. So we are going to get into some more of her fragrances, and I'm going to show you a wonderful gift item that I also purchased from Marshall's Ellen Tracy, and you're going to see it in a second. So we'll be back. My next item is a gift item, and I described to you before what this fragrance smells like, which is radiant, and it comes in this beautiful black oriental looking box. It's a body lotion, and it is also the radiant perfume. And what's nice about this was, again, the fragrance is a large size fragrance. It's not a little fragrance. It's not like a 1.6 fragrance. This is a 3.4 fragrance, and this is the radiant. It comes in a beautiful black box. It says Ellen Tracy in gold on the top. It has a very, very oriental looking vibe to it. And of course, I told you that the top notes are tuberose. So tuberose, which is one of my favorite scents because I love rose, but it has also a combination of other florals in it. But the top note, of course, is the tuberose. So this is a gift item that I did purchase off of Marshall's, and it was only $9.99. Can you believe it, ladies? $9.99 at Marshall's, and you are getting a perfume that smells so divine. It smells expensive, it does not smell cheap, and it's from a designer, Ellen Tracy. So that's a little hard to believe, but I don't know why these fragrances are so cheap, but they are. Of course, if you do buy it off of Amazon, it is going to be more money, but it's still pretty inexpensive. It's not like $100. It's not like $100 fragrance. I would say if you're buying it off of Amazon or Fragrance Net, you might spend like $20 on a fragrance like this. But at Marshall's, I got this whole box for $9.99. So it's always worth going into that store because you can find such great bargains. So without further ado, let's get into our next sexy Ellen Tracy fragrance. My next item is Ellen Tracy, and it's a collection of her 4 fragrances, but these are in a rollerball, and the fragrances are, of course, radiant, confident, courageous, and inspiring. So the first 2 fragrances were the ones I just mentioned to you before, and these 2 are different. These are the rollerballs. This is the confident and the inspiring. So I want to open this up and see what it smells like. I've never smelled the inspiring and never smelled the confident. And this whole set was also $9.99 from Marshall's. And what's beautiful about these 4 fragrances is that they are a rollerball. I noticed with rollerballs you can take off the top cork, and you can also insert the perfume again if you want. If you can also refill it. I've done that. So I'm going to try and see if you could do it with this particular perfume. I want to see what the Confident and the Inspiring smell like. Oh, I didn't even have to cut this. Good. So I hate cutting boxes. So alright, so let's take a look at this perfume. And we already smelled the Radiant. We already smelled the Courageous, which is my favorite. So we are going to try this one. And this is the Confident. So I'm going to read to you what the Confident smells like. So I have my notes here. And before I invest some money in the fragrance, let me find out what it really smells like. So let's see. Okay. Ellen Tracy's Confident is the fragrance starts with a tinge of green apple, and it's supported by Sicily cedar and the notes and hints of bluebell. The other notes in fragrance are treated to a more depth than the initial bouquet, with middle notes of jasmine and bamboo. So this is also very, very oriental. All her fragrances, I noticed, have an oriental theme going on. So let me see what this smells like. Yeah, you could remove this, ladies. I've done that. I've removed these cork tops, and you can always refill this if you want to put more of the same perfume inside. So let's take a whiff of what this smells like. Very, very, this does smell, this smells very, very exotic, very oriental, very fresh, very clean. It has a very clean scent to it. Maybe a little soapy. Yes, this is very, very nice. This is a wonderful fragrance, very fresh, very, very nice. And now I'm going to try the other fragrance, which is the, let's see what this one smells like. Okay, now this is a more citrusy scent. So it has yellow flowers on it. So this is called Inspiring. And this also has a very, very pretty oriental, musky fragrance behind it. I'm going to read to you what the notes are in the Inspiring. So let's see what the notes are. And okay, the resonant top notes of a citrusy yuzu and bittersweet pomegranate, balanced by a frosted accord. It's a sweet floral heart of magnolia and peony, softened by watery lotus, which has an aquatic scent behind it, and blends into a warm, rich base of mahogany, musk, and amber. So this smell, I bet this smells, out of all the fragrances, probably the most oriental. Okay, so let's take a whiff of what this smells like. Very nice. Very, very nice, ladies. All beautiful fragrances. They all smell wonderful. This has a very lemony, although it's a citrusy plant that I just mentioned before. This is the most, I would say, the most citrusy of the four. So it has more of a tropical, citrusy, beachy scent to it. Great for the summer. Great for a night out on the town. Just fabulous to go out with and look sexy and glamorous. And on a hot summer night, this is the fragrance you want to wear, because usually you don't want to wear anything too heavy when it's really hot out. So my pick would be this on a hot summer night because of the citrus notes behind it. Well, that's it, ladies. That's all the fragrances. I hope you enjoyed my fabulous haul. And of course, these two fragrances were my favorite. Courageous and also Radiant. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my fabulous Ellen Tracy designer fragrance. And we will be back with more wonderful videos, more celebrity interviews with fabulous, fascinating people, and more sexy, glamorous hauls of perfume, Fragrance Friday, and wonderful shopping hauls at Shein and Amazon, and Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret and all those wonderful places to shop online. And please don't forget to leave me a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I always publish a wonderful video every Sunday or every Monday. And we will be back with more glamorous hauls and more celebrity interviews. Keep watching. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.